Hello guys, welcome back to CeeFashion Academy. Today I'll be teaching us the easiest method of making a wet pocket, both single wet pocket and double wet pocket. This tutorial is totally detailed. So guys, I want you to make sure you watch video to the end. This is the only mistake that people make when they don't watch the video to the end. Make sure you watch it to the end and make sure you click on that like button, because the more you like, the more others get to see this video. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Thanks and may God bless you. Comment in the comment section.
So guys, I'll be teaching us how to make a wet pocket. First, I'll be starting with the double wet pocket. So as you guys can see, like you're seeing something here, this is a dart. Do you understand? So the reason why I put this dart, I'm just use this one like in form of is a trouser wet pocket. Do you understand? And you guys know that wet pocket mostly is situated around the dart region. Do you understand? Okay, so that's why I had to put this down. So even if it's on a jacket, you still situate it on around the dart region. Okay, so this is the dart. So as you guys know, for trouser darts, how many inches do we have? Like that means the dart length 3 inches. Do you understand? Okay, so now since we have the dart now the 2 inches stopped here. So on this particular line, on this particular line, we are going to draw a straight line here. You can make use of your chalk, since you are working with material. Okay, but first of all, what I would like to tell us is take your interfacing. Are you seeing it? First gum at that particular part. Do you understand? Okay, then the length of your interfacing should be around 7 inches. Do you understand? Okay, should be around 7 inches. Make sure you gum it. Use your iron and iron it out in order for it to be firm. Okay, the reason for this is so that the cotton material will not be losing. Sometimes at the end of the day, we notice that when we are doing it, you notice that because it is a cotton material, it starts bringing out these stripes of cotton. Do you understand? Thereby affecting your wet pocket to no longer be neat. So that is the reason why we put this thing under. Okay, please, as you are putting this thing, always know that this thing is a matter of like the half part. Are you seeing it? Like it's more like when you fold this thing into two, still use the middle part to match this particular middle part. Are you seeing it? Okay, so now after you are done, like I said, you have to do mark out a straight line. Okay, then mark out. Please, I don't know if I'll be making use of another thing apart from this particular pen. Like I said, if it's on your material, make use of the
Sure.
Thank you. So guys, as you are seeing the straight line, are you seeing it? Okay, so next thing I want us to do, please, wet pocket is usually, the width of wet pocket is usually 5 inches. Do you understand? 5 inches. Thereby, what I'm going to be doing now look at it very well. This is the middle part. I'm going to be placing 2.5. Are you seeing it? That is, are you seeing it? 2.5 here. Then here should be what? It's 5. Thank you. Now look at it. The middle part, 2.5. Are you seeing it? Here should be what? 5. So if you didn't really understand, see, look at it. 5 inches. Are you seeing it? From here to here is what? 5 inches. From here to here is what? The half of 5 inches. This is what? 2.5. So if you still don't understand it this way, all you can do is what? From the center, measure out to what? 2.5. Then from the center here also, measure out to what? 2.5. Total will give you what? 5 inches. Okay, so now we are done. Next thing you need to do is to do what? Now, take the pieces, your pieces of your material. Are you seeing it? Now this material now you are seeing here now, the width is what? 6.5 to what? 7 inches. Do you understand? 6.5 to what? 7 inches. Are you seeing it? Okay, the length does not really matter because we are going to be cutting off some excess. Do you understand? So now looking at our interfacing, you can see this interfacing here. Are you seeing it? This interfacing is what? 1 inch thickness. Are you seeing it? 1 inch thickness. So we are going to be using this. Are you seeing it? We are going to be placing it on top of this. Then we gum it on it. Remember, the interfacing is 2. Are you seeing it? It's 2. We have 2. So you do the same thing. Are you seeing it? Also take another one. And make use of this material, the yellow material, so that this thing can be well seen on this particular fabric. Okay, so after you are done ironing, all you need to do is to do what? Cut it off. According to the width of the material, please. So what I want to tell us is that it will not be bad if we finish preparing this first. Do you understand? Just prepare it first before you even start doing other ones. Okay guys, so look at it. As you can see, we are done cutting it off. So look at it. Our material, yellow material with our interfacing. Are you seeing it? What we have is what? 1 inch. Are you seeing it? The thickness is 1. Why from here to here can be what? 6.5 to what? 7 inches. Do you understand? So as you can see, what we have here is what? 6.5. Okay. So now, next thing you are going to do now, look at it. This part is very, very important. Next thing you are going to do is to what? Fold it into 2. When you fold into 2, what are you getting is what? Half. Okay. So fold it into 2 and the iron. Do the same thing on the other one. Fold into 2 and do what? Iron. Okay. So guys, as you can see, I'm done folding it out. Are you seeing it? So please, there's something I want you to do. I want you to get the middle part. Do this same thing on the other one. Do you understand? Do it on the both this one and the other one. Are you seeing it? Now we've gotten the middle part. Do the same thing here in order to get the middle part. It is very, very necessary. Okay, now I've also gotten the middle part. So next thing we'll be doing now is what? We'll be making use of our tape. Now we'll be marking out this. Like I told you, you can make use of your chalk or pencil on your material, not your pen. But for the purpose of this particular tutorial, that's why I'm making use of pen. Okay guys, so mark out the what? Quarter inch. This is where you are going to sew. Do you understand? Quarter inch. Mark it out. Now look at it. Quarter inch. Are you seeing it? Quarter inch. Mark it out like this. Since the total is what? Half inch. That means we are actually dividing it into what? 2. Okay. So after we are done, remember the middle part is where? Here. Are you seeing it? Okay. So remember, and the width of this one is what? 5. That is what? 2.5. So mark out what? 5. That is what? 2.5. Look at it. Mark it out like this. Are you seeing it? So do the same thing here. Mark it out like this. Okay. Please do this same thing on the other one. Next we'll be doing is what? Replacing it like this. You can look at it. Middle to what? Middle. Now see this part to this part. This is what we're doing. So now we'll be going to a machine. We'll be sewing from here. Are you seeing it? From here down to this very part. Please remember, as we are sewing from here, make sure you tack it. Make sure you back stitch. Please don't go beyond this particular line. It is very, very important. Make sure it is exactly on this line. You do the same thing when you get here. Don't go beyond this line. So after you are done doing that, you also do the same thing here. Take this particular one, place it. Are you seeing it? Make sure it is exactly equal. Are you seeing? See, make sure that here is rhyming. Make sure that this one is rhyming to this one. Do you understand? The upper is rhyming to the lower, while the lower is rhyming to the upper. The same thing at this particular part. Are you seeing it? Also, make sure you sew from here down to this very part. So that is what we'll be doing now. Do you understand? Please make sure you do that. Okay. So as you guys can see, I am done sewing out this particular one. Are you seeing it? So I'll be doing the same thing with this particular one. Now look at it. I'll be doing exactly the same. Are you seeing it? I'll be placing it and I'll be sewing from here down to this particular place. Okay. It's placed equally, just the same way we did on the other part. Please make sure you use a tiny stitch whenever you're working on this particular part. Okay guys, now look at it. The simple rule there, like I told us, is to make sure that here is equal to this side. Are you seeing it? That also here is equal to this. As you can see, my own is equal. Looking at it, okay, it's equal. So you must make sure it is. So if you notice that it's not equal, what do you need to do? Go and immediately adjust it. Make sure that if one is longer than the other one, you don't need to loosen this one to be equal to that one. All you need to do is to do what? Extend the other one a little bit to match the other one. Do you understand? Okay, now look at it. We are almost done. So next thing you are going to be doing now is what? You are going to be opening the center. See, you are going to be opening the center. Do you understand? So let me start from the back, because back is okay visually. Okay, as you can see, I've opened it. Are you seeing it? Okay, now we'll be cutting through. Now look at it, we'll be cutting through. I want you to know that you can also open it like this so that you can see very well. Okay. Now look at this thing. Immediately you reach here, are you seeing it? You don't need to cut all the way to the edge. Do you understand? Immediately you reach here, you now start notching. Do you understand? Now look at it. I'm going to notch till this particular place that we stop sewing. Do you understand? Please, you have to be very careful at this point. It is very, very important. Are you seeing it? So do the same thing on this other side. The same thing you do on the other part. Please, if you cannot see very well here, you can also do the notching from this particular point. Are you seeing this white point will help you to see everything clearly? Do you understand? What I'm saying is that obviously I can see where this one stopped, but looking from here, you might not see it very well. Do you understand? So let's finish up. Okay. So let's say I am done. Are you seeing it? So next thing we'll be doing, now look at it. I'm done. Are you seeing it? I've notched from here to here, just the same thing as this particular point. Okay. Now please make sure you notch carefully well, like notch very, very well. So next thing I'm going to be doing now, look at it. I'm going to be turning inside. Are you seeing it? I'm going to be turning. I also do the same one, the same thing. I also do the same one, the same thing.
Wow.
Okay, so after you are done, as you can see, it has already formed. Are you seeing it? So next thing you need to do is what? You need to go to the ironing table and iron it out very, very well. So as you can see, this thing has just appeared well and like equal, perfectly equal. See, you don't need to start, all this folding we do. You don't need to start doing that thing any longer. Do you understand? So now next thing you need to do, now look at it, is as simple as that. Fix from here. Are you seeing it? See, next thing you need to do is what? See, look at it, it's as simple as that. Fix from here to this particular point. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. Look at it. Fix from here. Are you seeing it? You fix this particular one. Then you connect it and fix on this particular one. Are you seeing it? That is just how to do it. Okay, so now let's go and do that particular one. I hope all of you guys know the size of this. Yes. The size of this is something as the size from here to here. Remember what I said? From here to here is what? 6.5 to what? 7 inches. Why from here to here? Please, I want you to know that the depth of every wet pocket, especially the ones on trousers and jeans, usually from what 5 inches to what 6 inches. Do you understand the depth? So in that case, what I just used on this one is what 11 inches. Do you understand? Okay, so that is it. 6.5 to 7 here, or from here to here, which is what 11 inches. So that when you fold it, to give you five shade or 5 and anything. Okay, so look at what I said from here. So from here to here. Are you seeing it? So now see like this. Okay. Then you now go and sew from here to here. Wow. Which after at the end of the day, see. You now use the normal way you usually use and lock here. Are you seeing it? And your wet pocket is ready. Okay guys, look at it now. Are you seeing it? From here to here, you have to sew. Are you seeing it? You have to sew from here to the down part. Make sure that it is equal. Okay, as you can see, are you seeing this one? Yeah? Do the same thing here at the upper part. Are you seeing it? Okay. Please make sure you do it equally. Please remember, remember, if you are working directly on trouser, there's something we usually do. If you're working on trouser, you don't stop this thing here. Normally, there's something we usually do. This thing is usually longer, such that it will not be like that 11 inches that I told you guys. You understand? It will be longer, such that from here you will stop here. Do you understand? Why I'm teaching us this one, I'm just kind of making a wet pocket. Do you understand? So trying to teach us how to do a total close-up. That is what I'm doing now. Okay, now, so as you can see, we are done. So the next thing remaining now is what? Is to lock it up. So in order for us to lock it up, look at it now. Okay, now using this particular part, this one that is coming out, this was all that notch that we did that time. Please, I want you to know the essence of the notch is, see, it is holding here. Do you understand? So you're looking at it, this thing like it looks so perfect like this. No, it is not held with anything, like nothing is holding it there. Do you understand? So in order for you to hold it so that it will not tear, is by doing what? You don't have to sew like this. Look at it. You have to sew from here. Look at it. From here to this particular part. Please, when you are sewing it, be very careful so that you will not enter inside. Do you understand? Okay. Now look at it. Make sure you back stitch. Do you understand? And you do what? Finish it up. Are you saying it? Okay. If you like, you can just at that same point, keep sewing. You understand what I mean? At that same point, keep sewing. Now, as we are sewing, please remember also where this particular part. Are you seeing it? From here. See where this one stopped. Are you seeing it? Thank you. So immediately you reach at that point, you can stop. Now start going upwards. Do you understand? Now when you go upwards, you also see this particular one here. Are you seeing it? Okay, now start going, start sewing. As you are sewing, when you reach here, please do exactly the same thing we did on the other side. Please, I want you to do that. Are you seeing it? Back stitch, then you do what? You finish up. So at the end of the day, I hope you can see that we are done with our web pocket. So all you can do is what? Please, I want you to know that at this particular point that I'm cutting out now is to make it a bit more neat. You can weave it out, or there's also another way we do it. We can also fold it from the inside when we were sewing. Like at that point, at that time we were sewing, you understand? You can fold it from the inside. So it all depends on how you want to finish your clothes. That is what really matters. So as you can see, our web pocket is well done, neatly done. Are you seeing it? And at the end of the day, you have a perfect wet pocket, double wet pocket. So look at it. So next one I'm going to be showing us is how to do the what? Single one. Please, it's this same process that I want to use, because I noticed that the other process that I use, at the end of the day, some of us, we are having difficulties in notching and also difficulties in folding it out in order to get this. You know, whenever you are doing this web pocket, if you're using the other method, people's difficulty is only in like how do they get this exact, make this one to be equal and this one to be equal. As you can see with this method that I just showed us, it must be equal. Do you understand? Provided you are making use of your folded ½ inch, so ¼ inch. Eventually, what will remain is what? ¼ inch. It's as simple as that. So that is it. So I'll be teaching us how to make the single wet pockets. As I was saying, this one now is today I'm going to be teaching us what? Single wet pocket with the same method I used on the what? Double wet pocket. But this time around, remember, like I said on the other one, we folded twice. We folded it was unfolded 1 inch with your what? With the gum stay. Do you understand? So when we folded it was what? ½ inch. We made it into what? 2. But in this particular one, it's going to be single wet pocket, which means we are going to be folding only what? 1. And this particular one we folding is what?
1, 2.
Okay, now see what we are going to foresee. Folded, we should be folding what? 3/4 inch. Okay. 3/4. Now, why is it 3/4? Why is it not up to 1 inch? It's because obviously, as in, we use what to sew? ¼ inch to sew on our wet pocket. That is what we use to sew. See, our normal. What I'm trying to let you know is that. What is the other one? See what I'm trying to let you know. Okay, okay. I've already done another this thing here. See what I'm trying to let you know. Distance from here to here is usually what? Half. It's because this other one now, it was into 2, that's why we divided, it was now what? Quarter. So now, what we folded at that moment was what? Half. That's why when we sew when we sew quarter will now what? Remain. So in this case, look at this one is total what? ½ inch. So the only thing that we did, the only sewing that we did was what? Quarter. So quarter plus half will give you what? 3/4. So that is why we fold out what? 3/4. Let's mark out the what? 3/4. So when you mark it out, all you need to do is to do what? Cut it off. Cut it off. Okay, and we should also remember that the length is what?
7.
6.5 or 7 inches. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, we are done preparing this one, Shay. So next thing we need to do is to do what? Exactly the same thing we did on the other one. You need to get the middle part, Shay. We need to get the middle part. When you get the middle part, on this particular point, are you seeing it? This part that is open, that is where, first of all, detect the middle part. Are you seeing it? The next thing you need to do is what? Mark out that 1/4 inch which we are going to sew, thereby leaving out what? Half inch. Okay, after you finish marking it out, mark out the width of the what? The wet pocket, starting from the middle or any part you want to start from. Okay, let's start from the middle part. Are you here? Okay. Okay. Let's look at it. So let's say, have you started? So let's say the middle part of our trouser is still this same point. Are you seeing it? So, and all we need to do is what? That place at the same point which we want to put our wet pocket. Do you understand? Mark a what? A straight line. So after you are done marking out a straight line, all you need to do is to do what? Do the same thing here by doing what? Look at it. Marking out the what? 2.5 to what? 5 inches. Are you seeing it? Okay, so that means this one is ready, this one is ready. Although, remember what I told us, you always need to do what? Gum the back. Please, it's very, very important you do that. Do you understand? It is very, very important. Some of us don't know that. You might think you know how to do this thing, but if you do not gum the back, depending on the type of material you are using, your work might spoil. Like, you might end up destroying your wet pocket. Do you understand? Messing everything up. Seriously. Okay. Okay, as you can see now, please, I want you to know, remember how we produce this one. Also, I want you to know that you cannot make a wet pocket, whether single or double-breasted, no, whether single or double, with just only one part. Do you understand? You make use of the two parts, which we have this one already, and also have this particular one. Are you seeing it? This one stays at the down part, while this one stays at the what? Upper part. Are you seeing it? Combining two of them together gives you the what? The half inch. Are you seeing it? So we'll be sewing, see how we'll be doing it, just the same way we did the other one. Look at it, place it here, make it to be equally middle to middle. Are you seeing it? You sew from here down to this particular place. Please make sure you tack it the same way we did on the other one. Also, take this one also, the same thing, middle to middle. Make sure that this one is rhyming with this one. Are you seeing it? And you also sew from here down to this particular place. Are you seeing it? Please, I want you to know that this one, as you can see, the width is exactly the same thing. Why this particular one is usually from what? 1 inch to what? 1.5 inch. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so like I said, we'll be doing what? We'll be sewing. Do you understand? That's what we'll be doing now. As you can see, I am done sewing on this particular one. So I'm still going to do the same thing on this particular one. Look at it. Still going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to place it equally, the same way I did on the other one. Here must be what? Equal. So you start sewing. Make sure you start from that same point. So as you can see, Frida, sure you're seeing it. I am done sewing it. Are you seeing it? This particular one and this particular one. So next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be notching. So like I showed us before, what will be notching is, are you seeing it? From here to here must be equal. Please always know that. What will be notching is something like this. Look at it. Okay, it will be something like this. Okay, are you seeing it? Now we'll be cutting from here down to this particular place. Are you see, which is the center? Immediately you reach here, you start going over to this side. Please make sure you don't cut beyond this particular place. Are you seeing it? Make sure you still don't cut less. Do you understand? See, you must reach at this particular point. It is very, very necessary. The same thing at this particular point. You must reach at this particular point. The same thing you do on all sides. So let's open it up and cut it out. Okay, now look at it. Are you seeing it? Immediately you reach at this particular point, please see, look at it. Start cutting, notch to this particular point. It is very, very necessary. Are you seeing it? Do the same thing here. Immediately you reach at this particular point, notch. Are you seeing it? Okay, you also do the same thing here. Cut towards here. Immediately you reach at this particular point also. you go and do what? Notch. Very, very necessary. Here is the only part that people make mistake a lot. Are you seeing it? So let's say we are done. Are you seeing it? Here is also notched. So next thing you need to do is what? Who can tell me next thing to do? We have to do what? Turn it out. Okay? So now look at it. Turn it in. Turn it in. You do the same thing on this one too. Turn it. Do the same thing on this one too. Turn it. Okay? Are you seeing it? Now you can see how these our triangles are. They are coming out. So now it is your duty to do what? Push it in. Do you understand? It is your duty to do what? Push it in. Now look at it. Take your scissors. You can do what? Push it in. Are you seeing it? Okay. So do the same thing on this particular one. Take your scissors and do what? Push it in. Okay. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? Perfect. Perfect word pocket. Are you seeing it? So you also need to take it to the table and do what? Iron. Iron is very, very necessary. But for the sake of this tutorial, for us not to waste much of our time, let me first do what? Lock it. Please, while you are locking it here, I want us to just really understand this. Are you seeing this particular point? That is where you start locking it from. Please, from here to here, please don't go inside too much. Do you understand? Neither do you do what? Do it outside. Just exactly on this line where the notch stopped. That is what you do. Please make sure you tack it. Make sure you back stitch in order to get it right. And also another thing, please, some of us usually make this. Are you seeing that here is equal? So that means whenever you are locking it, make sure you keep drawing this one. Do you understand? Sometimes people lock it, see, it will be like this. Do you understand? At the end of the day, you see this upper one showing. No. Make sure you draw this particular one. Are you seeing it? To make sure that it relaxes as you are seeing it right now. Okay, so let's lock it out. Okay, now look at how I'm going to be locking it. First, back stitch. Okay. So look at it now. You seeing it neatly done. So we are still going to do the same thing on this particular one. Now, some of you will not know. The reason why this material is respecting itself, is behaving very well, is because of this gum. Do you understand? Okay. Also, please, also see this particular place. You know, see if this one is coming out. Are you seeing it? What do you need to do? Draw this particular. Look at it. When I draw it, do you notice something? It has gone up more. Please, always do that. Please, as you are sewing it, make sure you don't mistakenly touch this one. This one. Only sew the triangle coming out. Please, don't sew it on top of this one. Else it's going to show in front that you did not get it very well. So now, by men looking at it, you can see the front part of our wet pocket. Neatly done, perfectly done. Do you understand? So now, the final thing you need to do, remember I told us, for a standard wet pocket, the depth is usually what? 5 inches to 6 inches. Yeah. Like I said, the depth of the pocket normally is usually from what? 5 inches towards 6 inches, depending on how deep you want it, but the standard is usually what? 5 inches to 6 inches. So in that case, this one, like I've said it before, you cut what? This one I cut now is what? 11 inches. Do you understand? Okay, so this 11 inch, I'm going to be connecting it from here. Now look at what I'll be doing. From this particular down one, are you seeing it? I'll be sewing from here. Look at it. I'll make sure it is equal to this particular one. On the down one, please. As you know that the only thing we have there is what? 1/4 inch. So I think I'll be sewing with lesser allowance. As you can see, I've stitched it. Are you seeing it? I've stitched it. Look at it, neatly done. So next thing you need to do is what? You can also take this one and stitch on this particular one. Do you understand? Okay. So please, I want you to know, while stitching it on this one, if you think this allowance is too much for you, can as well do what? Reduce it. It's just your choice. Let's say you're putting it, you are using this pocket on a jacket. Obviously, nobody even has to see it. pass that side of the explanation. Is upper part. Here is not upper part, so there's no way to explain it. So as you can see, look at it. Are you seeing it? So next thing and final thing we need to do is to do what? Lock up the what? The pocket. So in order for you to lock, you either start exactly from this same point, or you can start maybe after that same point. Okay, now look at it. Oh, I've forgotten what I wanted to show us. I wanted to show us that thing I said whenever you are locking it. If you don't want to weave out here, you can as well do this. See, if you don't want to weave it out, you can as well do this. Are you saying it?
Okay.
Yes. If you don't want to weave it out, you can as well do it like this. Just fold it out. Are you saying it? You can fold out ½ inch or ¼ inch, depending on how you want to do yours. Okay, fold it out. Are you saying it? Okay, just like that. Then you sew. Are you seeing it? So I think this one is neater for you, Shay. Anyone. So anyone you choose to do. So look at it. As you can see, our web pocket is ready. Are you seeing it? Neatly done. So I think that with this method, it will be easy for each and every one of us to make a web pocket that has less, rough parts like I used to see our work. That is just it. So that's why I had to do this particular stuff, so that all of us will see it.
Hello guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you ask your question by commenting in the comment section below, and also make sure you give us a like. If you love this video, give us a like, because the more you like this video, the more you get to see other of our videos, other of our interesting and detailed videos. Thanks, and may God bless you. Make sure you subscribe.